The galaxy was a vast empire, its borders stretching across countless star systems, with planets teeming with countless species. Among them, the Galactic Empire reigned supreme, a ruthless force that enslaved and oppressed entire civilizations. The Empire was known for its ironclad rule, crushing any rebellion with brutal efficiency. No species dared challenge it, that is, until the humans awakened. For centuries, humanity had been locked away in cryo sleep, remnants of a forgotten past. The last war with the Empire had decimated Earth, leaving behind only a handful of survivors, the elite crew of a starship known as Elysium. As their ship drifted aimlessly in the cold void, humanity's last hope lay dormant, waiting for the right moment to re-enter the galaxy. The cryo chambers had kept them preserved, their minds untouched by the passage of time. But that moment had come. The Elysium's AI, named Iris, had monitored the galaxy for signs of change. For years, it had silently watched as the Empire crushed resistance after resistance. Entire planets had been rendered lifeless, their populations obliterated or enslaved. The enslaved species were forced to work as laborers or serve in the Empire's vast war machine. Even the fiercest warriors of the galaxy had been bent to the will of the Emperor. The last of humanity had been the galaxy's final hope, and Iris was certain that the galaxy's salvation could only come from them. With a pulse of energy, she activated the cryo chambers, bringing the humans back to life. Captain Arya Hawk was the first to awaken. As the cryo chamber opened with a hiss, she gasped for air, her body stiff and unresponsive, the cold of the chamber still clinging to her skin. But the moment she blinked her eyes, her military instincts took over. She had trained for this moment. The Empire's reign was about to end, and she would lead humanity into a new era. Her first sight was Iris, the AI that had guided them through the long sleep. "Captain Hawk, you are needed," a synthetic voice echoed through the ship's control room. Arya stood up, stretching her limbs as she quickly assessed the situation. "What's happening, Iris?" "The Empire has continued its rule, but its forces are spread thin. There is unrest on the fringes of the galaxy, but none of the resistance movements have been successful. You and your crew are the only ones capable of ending this tyranny." The words sent a surge of adrenaline through Arya's veins. She walked to the command console, where a holographic map of the galaxy unfolded before her. The Empire's reach had never been greater, but humanity had a secret weapon: their ingenuity, their resolve, and the element of surprise. The other crew members began to awaken, one by one. There was Commander Ethan Core, a former Navy strategist, Lieutenant Juno Rook, an expert in alien technologies, and Dr. Lena Voss, a biologist with a deep understanding of xenobiology. Together, they were the last of humanity's warriors, and their combined knowledge was their greatest weapon. The mission was clear: dismantle the Empire, free the oppressed, and ignite a revolution that would spread across the galaxy. As the Elysium broke free from its dormant station, it was not just a ship, it was a symbol. The humans were back. The Empire had long believed they were gone, forgotten. But now, they would learn the truth. The Elysium entered hyperspace, speeding towards the heart of the Empire. Their first target was the capital planet of the Empire, Crystallus, a world of towering spires and oppressive fortresses. This was where the Emperor's power was most concentrated. The mission was simple: destroy the central command and broadcast a message of defiance to every corner of the galaxy. Arya sat in the command chair, her fingers resting lightly on the console. "Prepare the fleet," she ordered. Though the Elysium was the flagship, they were not alone. Several other ships had been resurrected, survivors from the old war, modified and ready for battle. The cryo sleep had preserved their memories, their skills, and most importantly, their unity. The Empire had no idea what was coming. Crystallus was beautiful in its own way, a jewel of black stone and shining lights, a planet of secrets and power. The imperial capital was filled with millions of loyalists, soldiers who had pledged their lives to the Emperor. They had never known defeat, and their arrogance ran deep. But as the fleet of humans approached, their sensors blared with alarms. They had not expected an attack from this direction. The Empire's forces scrambled, but it was too late. As the Elysium and its fleet dropped out of hyperspace, the attack began. The humans were unlike anything the Empire had ever encountered. Their ships, built for speed and versatility, darted across the skies, launching precise strikes that crippled the Empire's defenses. For the first time in centuries, the Empire was on the defensive. "Captain Hawk, the Emperor's flagship is on the move," Iris warned. "They are aware of our presence." Arya's eyes narrowed. "Then it's time to show them what humanity is capable of." The final battle was fierce, the skies over Crystallis ablaze with the light of weapons fire. The humans fought with a ferocity the Empire had never seen. They fought not for conquest, but for justice, for freedom, and for the millions of oppressed beings across the galaxy who had waited too long for a hero. As the Emperor's flagship fell, the message was broadcast to every corner of the galaxy. "Humanity has returned. The Empire's reign is over. Join us in the fight for your freedom." The galaxy was silent for a moment. Then it erupted in applause. The Empire's grip had finally loosened, and a new age had begun. And so, humanity stood as the torchbearers of freedom, not as conquerors, but as liberators. They had woken from their slumber, not to rule, but to restore the galaxy to its rightful balance. The Empire had learned a hard truth. Humans would never be cowed, and they would always rise against tyranny. The galaxy was free once more.